Good evening. It's 11:07, and it is December 20th, 2014. I'm just making this video, some deep thoughts. I literally just watched the J. Cole Breakfast Club interview. I watched the David Letterman, basically performance by J. Cole. And this is part 2 of deep thoughts, so just follow me as you go. Hopefully it inspires you, changes you, and hopefully you realize the world that you're in, the situation you're in, and hopefully you get up and do something about it. Couple points. I just have it written down. It's not scripted or anything, so I'm gonna kind of freestyle it like I did last video. I'm just gonna talk on just elaborate on certain points. Your reality versus your mentality, aka your focus. For me, my reality is a couple of things. I'm a struggling college student that's going through financial trouble and mental struggle. My mentality is I'll make it out. My mentality is I'm going to be great. I'm going to be successful. My mentality is I got to do anything that's necessary for me to do that. I have to get out of my comfort zone. Making this video right now is uncomfortable to me, but it is the truth. What you don't know will hurt you, so learn what is uncomfortable to you to change the situation. The company you keep around you will either keep you more focused towards your dreams and your aspirations and your goals, or they will distract you fatally and literally have you stagnant and have you entertaining more negativity than producing positivity and spreading positivity. Back to your mentality versus your reality. I know it's a lot of people where I'm from and places like where I'm from, and they basically are in the midst of struggle, they're in the midst of tyranny, and they need a God and light. But I'm here to tell you that the system that we're in and the world that we're in, it's not designed to help. It's basically designed to put down. So you have to be your own God and light. You have to be a light in a room full of shadows. And with that being said, knowledge is free and intelligence is free, so is information. But applying it comes with a cost, and the cost is courage. It takes courage to be different. It takes courage to actually do something you're not comfortable doing. But once you get it off your chest and once you actually complete it, that's the actual sincerity of the actual message to the people. Beginning your change and sticking with your change is a lonely journey, but the success that is desired from you will not be embarked by many. As far as what I mean by that is I have a journey to be the one that can make it, the one that can spread good news, the one that can be able to really be one for the people and really enlighten people. But many are not going to actually join me on this. That's the point of rejection. It keeps you going. For those that don't have the knowledge, they may think that rejection is the sign of maybe I need to quit, maybe I need to stop working. But that's the point of having courage. So I encourage you every day that it takes courage to go against all odds. But it is a journey that I'm willing to take as far as being a lonely worker, and just to basically go along with that, your loneliness. One thing I wrote down right here is you see the best times in your life when you do more than what is expected or necessary. What's expected of me is I'm expected to fail based off my past. I'm expected to do not a lot of things that basically point out the positivity in life and the gift of life, that you could be anything you want to be as long as you work to be it. Many people say it, but not many believe it. And it always comes from a person that always did it, which is why they understand it. And the only person that understands it is either the ones who can attest to it or the ones that are growing to attest to it. And the ones that's growing to attest to it sometimes ask themselves, most times I know I do, ask myself, is it true? Is it possible? is being successful possible, and not just success in income. Success as far as my success is, I want to touch 1,000,000 lives, 1,000,000,000,000 lives. I want to touch people across the world. But people are so blind to the fact, and they're so brainwashed by temporary things. You got to realize that you got to put your values at the forefront of everything you do. Some people don't even have values. They have what's called value time. That time usually goes towards entertainment. And I just want to say something as far as your feeling that you're getting. As far as this may be uncomfortable for you, but as far as your temporary desires, your temporary satisfactions, they all come to an end. You can get as high as you want to get. You can get as drunk as you want to get. You can get as tore up as you want to get. You can party as much as you want to. It's always going to be a sober moment. It's always going to be a dying moment. And it's always going to be a moment of realization, as in where you at in life and where you going. So realize that before you even do it. That's one thing I do. It's a real message. I just want to actually say that. As far as society being blind, you can be blind, and temptation can still distract you from your progression. So as far as being blind, what I mean is, a big example is Ray Charles, one of the best jazz, or you could say soul players, and piano players basically. But he was blind, and he wasn't born blind. But the fact being that over time he did, and once he actually became blind, he actually realized that temptation is not something you can see, it's something you can hear. And you gotta realize, the more you entertain it, the more you become lost in the world and lost in yourself. You don't even know who yourself is. So have self-value in everything that you do, and realize that with every mistake or failure comes a lesson. But the lesson learned isn't really worth anything if you don't apply it to the next venture or the next thing you will do. So just realize that he was blind, but yes, he had talents, he had a gift from God, he had a whole bunch. But he could have easily stayed addicted to cocaine. He could have easily went down the wrong path. You don't have to have a GPS to be lost. You can just be lost. So I want you to really realize that. I know people's attention span is usually 3 to 5 minutes, but for this one, it's just so much on my mind that I needed to do as much time as I could to get this off my chest. What makes you real? It's hard to get by nowadays because everybody is trying to get by. Everybody is getting by. So just imagine where the real bottom people are. They're really in a stagnant mode and they're lost. Homelessness is becoming popular. It went from just black people to Mexicans to minorities. Now it's even reaching white people. So that's a big point. And really, it's really devastating, honestly. It's like we're in a world that doesn't care about us, so we have to care about ourselves and the next man next to us, whether they're white, black, Indian, anything. You have to realize that it's very powerful as far as love. And the message that J. Cole said, love is the answer. So if I met a bum on the street, I love him. I'm building a relationship. That's what the Open Hearts collection of jewelry is, the #1 jewelry store in America. Back to what makes you real. The decision to go for more down a route that nobody believes you can make it at the end of. That's basically facing doubt. So you have to realize that you will face doubt along your journey, but all the lonely nights that you spend by yourself, those are going to be the ones that attest to you the most. You're basically going to value those. So you have to realize that the more that you want, the more you have to act. As long as you're trying to make it, you won't fail. Listen to what I said. As long as you're trying, you won't fail. That's a big point. You can't get taken care of your whole life. You're not in a nightmare. This is your life, and that's one thing I had to realize for myself. Just after being down here in Charlotte 4 years, I'm my only true resource as far as the last 3 years of my college school year. Tuition, I may have had help, but as far as my expenses, my everyday life, I paid for everything, and I never had a legal job. I had work study, and I worked for Finish Line for about 2 months. I was lost, but it's crazy what a desperate situation can do for you. And when you realize, when you get that deciding fact in your life where it's like, okay, am I going to get up and really let the maturity change me, or am I going to let it keep hitting me in the face and just ignoring it? So look in the mirror and realize that integrity is worth anything in the world. Money doesn't have value. We as the people, we give it the value, so it's actually the perception that has value. So you have to realize what that means. That values is literally what you make it. Life is what you make it. So make your life valuable, or literally make it worthless. You see the graveyard. If you follow me on my Instagram at I am struggle with an underscore at the end, you probably saw my video that the richest thoughts and the greatest ideas stay in the graveyard, because it's with the people that died with them. So do something about it. Don't be the next one to be in the grave. Today is crazy because not only today was the Jordan's release, which I didn't get, but so many people wanted them. So many people put it at the forefront of their day. I know people, what you call, they may have stole it, I read something on Instagram, somebody took somebody's life over a pair of Jordan. So you can realize just the world we're in right now with the Black Lives Matter, and with Barack Obama closing in his last term. You have to realize that we're really in a state of controversy, and the world we live in is not designed for us to excel sometimes, but you got to realize that you make your stories for a reason. Nobody else takes part in it. So you becoming a man or a woman requires you to take full responsibility, and not responsibility as far as making income, making ends meet, as far as spreading love, spreading genuineness. Me personally, right now I'm in the View, I'm looking at Uptown Charlotte. I will be back home on Sunday. I hope this message really changes not only the way people see me, but I hope it reaches the right people so that it can really spark change. One more thing is nothing hurts harder than the feeling you get when you're by yourself in your situation and have nothing but these three things. And those three things are thoughts and options and your past. Thoughts, options, and your past. Okay, so with the thoughts, for me, it's thoughts in my future, it's thoughts in my past, it's many things. But the big fact being that nothing happens without my action. So that's why that always is going to be the if, as far as for me and for many people. We have to get past this if standard and living by it. The what if standard. That is literally going to cause us to fail permanently. If you don't challenge yourself, then what exactly are you living for? What's life without new challenges? What's life without new adventures? An adventure is not just something you embark on for the hell of it. It's something that you literally embark on because you're curious. But you got to keep that curiosity until you get to where you want to get. And to go with that, either dwell on it, either dwell on what you could have changed or change it. That's why I want to correct that. Either dwell on what you could have changed or change it. And those are the basically the big main points. I just hope this message spoke to a lot of people. I just want to close it out with one quote that I got from Tupac. and just from watching the J. Cole video, and that was the fact that I might not be able to change the world, but I may spark the one. I may spark the mind of the one that will. Or maybe in my sense, I hope I spark the mind of many that will change the world. One thing I just noticed with J. Cole, he said, me and Kendrick Lamar can't do it by ourselves, and I can't do it by myself. So, of course, all the greats are great for a reason, but it happens with a team. So, as far as enlightenment, people that talk truth, I hope that you connect with me, contact me when you can. Hopefully you like this message. Leave your comments, your names, tag a friend, anything, and contact me when you can, or if you need to. My Twitter is dopefiles_J. My Instagram is IamStruggle_. My Facebook is J Baldwin, and I hope that I connect with you. I hope I touched a whole lot of people in this. Like I said, please send it out to whoever may need it. And thank you for joining me tonight. It's 11:23. Took 16 minutes of your time. It's a long message, but then again, it's powerful. So have a good night.